Yemo bibi akwaba na yemfambra mega TV and platform we eso MPP AGU either omope omumpeo sese wo hwe the kind of enema ACC wo party mu and wo hwe the ekoso na 2028 there the party na iden AGU recently Abua Papo and Owusu Bempah oye key campaigner and as a key factor in Kennedy Japan's campaign aba mountain so abe kansin bi ochiremu a MPP for ni moral right omo ni moral right to criticize and disabank on galamsey matter and it is 100% correct. Wena Abronye sorry ya ono nso abeke kansi mu no Abronye no MPP for muntimi NDC for muntimi lock na monsan lock ni bio am say sa akwa no ndi oye na Solomon Owusu one of the top notch ebano bringing down analysis to a factual pointer or a top notch on another young man Ivan Innocent we feel omo yenti omo conversation we come better
so demonstration I think of course for some of the steps are nenam social media and the Rebecca say just by the way na ye wo ye can say my we be omo say omo be from so omo committee be omo hu ya ne say omo di march pass mu omo ye demo boys ni bi so kire say omo de red nti no omo baaye na say red no ne boaye den obi so just otumi say obi so si Abronye asem o kan no na nya asem bia ene ebisa na say asem be ne kan o kan o so ni refi asem kro no on kai nti otumi say leadership na o organize here which is the youth wing Salam Mustafa say one communicating reason now demonstrators no nti na akoye a bit challenge but so far so good. The demonstration was very successful. Your take on it?
Yeah. They can mention na mention take for na mention solo so. Na menka say da bia yete ha ya no da me ye nyina ye hwe say democracy. Enena ebo ye chidoma ye de nam as a country obi anim ye for no. Ye betimi a hyemu kena na ye mo aye den na etimi aboa ma the kind of economic social dividends we achieve as a country no yen sabeka so at any point in time anything that threatens our democracy bia no I am not sure say obi ebe sore akaso or support it so say opiti of my no feel dissatisfied turn of event Nema air cost no free so beat it and a far so yes our Wakwenya as Ghanaian because one copy second one copy two now see demonstration or by idea me I cannot begrudge Obia or say or may sakra na a bit defeat UFS things that I've stood for in the past because like I said so be aggrieved that demonstrations protestation are constitutional legitimate tools Obia betimi use are the best pressing in within the system mama for who said things has to be done right and your constitutional frameworks saw the need that almost slippery those offense concept into our constitution but they say it's not about doing the demonstration it is about the cause and the why yet that demonstration and on dear and the MPP as a political party within 8 months our free power 8 million the moral courage 8 million now so to the people of this country say omo ye demonstration you know it's not about anything now mum harass omo for sometimes you see when you transnational way into such a conversation and then there are a lot of things that about the question is nsem na omo kan no ewo nyina so ampa Ukoma, there is absolutely no basis in any of these arguments because nipa no mwachi omono. For instance, omobo won't me want to me arrest and political witch and witch hunts and intimidation anyway. This is a gentleman who called or mine seeker over millions of dollars. So on the Bayajumadi one yet. And that was one of the bases. This is Obia. What's some Fidiakogu, your friends a forest reserve woman. To forest and man for some atom be a bosome so no na so commission these are the crimes of this gentleman, and I know can who be and about Yoko and other security agencies friend no investigating no. So kase ye intimidation on in what sense? Again, Abronye issue by and then you come and say me the part and I'm happy with it, and that prolonged stay now or stay here in police custody no. I can't just say nipa no free so why born in 10 time now for no court. Jail no be jail no. Person here but this back and forth near the share. You say Black Maria. Say ye baby so I am for twa ho hia say the particular be na be pia free. So at the day no you are just using the state security machinery advertising fools to become heroes. Because for the first time, the gentleman was on the front page of a newspaper. Yeah. I don't know, or that that's all about newspaper. So you are using the state machinery, what them free adverts for unwitty and unintelligent individuals. Are more capitalizing on this kind of idiotic politics just to rise to prominence. You don't use the state machinery to promote these individuals, and that is a side I mean we issue with. But aside that, nobody so far you are resting within the MPP and everybody bet me I can say political witch hunt and I say intimidation. On what basis and on this particular demonstration? And you see, never no more and I make us a politics. I don't know what young people are learning today because there is no decency, there is no morals in our politics because the MPP should be the last entity to lead a demonstration in this country. And now we don't feel 8 months ago. Mranti omutisi omoye demonstration Oliver a victim. Yeah. Ya bono dine kotum ya money bail cry ya money bail because why demonstration. Your friend say me and Madam for Raf and other people. So far be no mon so far Okroma and several other individuals. You can intimidation and then your friend say assault to Okroma. Is this small boy out there your friend say social media find bongo ideas. A young boy out social media na all na drink as to whether he has capacity or not no. You kidnap him from the room. Besin there when a kidnap him ni nim nipa kro. I want this particular country. Mami I know here more airport. Besin there when nim the kofa no. These are clear case of kidnapping and your friend is saying adoption. Even midst of that, the for a demonstration, said we were in a state of terror and intimidation. And as a form, it is a thing. Say what moral justification and war because we are because in the first place they were bold enough to walk into the Jubilee House in front. I could deliver a petition. Your friend saying. Chief of staff for the vice president na Okanyans assembly omo nipa omo dwena me so say nkomo je petition no kofie o se na de motimi aba beduru Jubilee House animu the petition breme we obi enyansani nka abaje petition akofie cause asem na o kan no there was a time the whole Jubilee House animu ya flag is a no go area a security zone e mo obi anya demonstration ho yeah. And no demonstration. Yeah. Now what is a police for Buobi? Police for gave them all the security here just to ensure that demonstrate. Yes, Monya exercise. Nobody assaulted anybody. Under their era, Okroma, the banner demonstration called Kroma Yamu Bien to Bien Okroma saying. And they were only advertising how incompetent they are. And I told you the MPP is a sinking entity. Omulusu power no. Adrinya mo mutim how to pause and say, hey, let us do proper reflection and save the party. And then Owusu Bempah party. So it means that the center cannot hold as a political entity, and they need to spend time to look at the political party and make sure say but some of these things is so annoying. It doesn't portray a political party all pretty on wisdom. It's like emotions, that kind of nauseating way no more. Again, John Mahama be the president 6 months. Yeah. Ghana for before money won say Onyam prosecutor akromfo be exactly. And that is the anger Ghana for woman John Mahama. It is a war can't so intimidate you. Onyam started yet. Sa intimidation no more cano and started after never started. And doing him a psychological warfare no wage on Ghanaians. So way just to offset the upcoming offense specter now because way now we are buying one stronger. Over here a bit jittery in calling these people. So I psychological stand and no more and I'm telling you say I fall on the other side because Ghana for say krono asan krofo yabo, each one of them, and even people who were leading the demonstration, they are all possible jail candidates because they were all involved in some of these dirty, filthy scandals, corruption across Okroma. In the coming days, they are all going to have their day in court.
Yeah.
So I think psychologically they need to prepare themselves up because John Mahama Baye within this there is intimidation, there is assault there. No reasonable person will swallow that particular kind of assertion I will make it because what is the basis? The very people now more Ghana for a person can buy a form. You see, John Mahama is the only person or president. Yes, goodwill on his part, and there is nothing that he will do at this time against the MPP. Ghana for supporter. Yes. I'm telling you, even if you wake up today and also that conform or the I'm telling you, Ghana for me too. I just want to say because you don't know the sort of anger Ghana for what for this MPP and what they did. And I think that they should just shut up and watch and let the system glide. You do, baby. Now, near my air cost, a clear case of intimidation. You and I can see. Yeah. Because when you're a fraud, now, your friends say, yet you're more damn say you were just doing politics. I'm afraid Abronye. I'm detaining beyond 48 hours. Me no tena hakaye. Say it was unnecessary, granting unnecessary audience in as phone because nipa no watch na. Make sure say watch on good grounds or kwa on mabie. Maybe that's my point. Now we are what call ya by any not in radio so I say so what is the essence of that particular arrest? That's what I'm telling you say. Memeti we say ya then I'm say mechewa. Mebo modern ache on the grounds me fa wa na wo mabie. That's me. Me meche on flimsy excuses. And that is what the security agencies should learn. Don't just go and make your friends an idiot popular on TV for just arresting them. Now I'm not camera I see say some hero is coming. That is very annoying and very nauseating. Maybe they don't see. Maybe the team will not be who's answer now. I will just make give you what I say. So I think that the MPP and realize Nemo Maya Okroma say understand that Ghana for persons are the wake up. And I think that they should just shut up and allow your friends said the state to go through the various crimes and after all. So when you're born here, what is your problem? Because state more damn say when you're near to any other force and I say, but why you be here? That is how you begin doing some of these things. And the crimes of these people are quite obvious. I am telling you, Don Mahama Nyan started here, and it's not as if he has a choice not to. For Ghana, for we are here watching our eyes like a bull's eye. Because the NDC 4 year way, will be judged based on the kind of prosecution because not them say if these criminals don't go to jail or face prosecution, the Mahama government will never win the heart of the people anymore. And after 1 year, 2 years, Ghana for beside this critical question. So they should get ready. Say I buy no baby prosecutor if they think that this is persecution. Prosecution proper is coming to start. And Ghana for support to go after these people. Look at this dirty scandals I shall say ever. Our NLA Nina Safonum. Now but Chroma you saw a manpower this and class the same way Chroma. Now I'm for say yeah part in the no. And I am urging the president or any bill of a phone. And that's why the president also he should cause the arrest of that person because your man boy for and such person should not belong to this society because those are him for now so they were in this country, they saw it, but some were giving kickbacks and then as a for they all kept quiet and allowed the system, and poor people were suffering in this country. Time has come to go after these people and start demonstration demonstration way because 8 months nothing has happened. When they arrested and ground on your friends legitimate grounds. Why are you intimidating? Why? All the individuals who have been caught so far were linked to specific issues of crime. You are not Attorney General prepare the docket and ready to know so court now go to court you are not. But intimidation will have nobody has been intimidated, and I'm telling you that if they see this whole thing as intimidation, a rehearsal started because they should just wait for the movie now because your friends a free show. First, free show. This is just a free show. The main show is about to start.
All right, Solo.
Ivan and Washington now. No crowd woman say, Yankai MPP for say, as you speak, Almost 87 seats in parliament. 4 regions, almost MPs. 5 regions, almost 1 MPs each. Ya can you 2 and 3. A party, Ghana for a blue form. That's the first thing. Now Ghana for before because of Corona on the boy. In a group of people are over here on my led by Ore Kufadu say about before manager Padilla go man where you can go to hell. And for 8 years, Omobesi Salmani Moja Padini, na we are from Anna Ghana for the company and libre. A cotoa by a day, 8 years. And untino, maybe I'm one, yes, be a mistake. Be that Matisse now no more back. You see a Ghana for from coffee corona and as a memo full time and wolfie. A moody Ghana for waffy. And it also motias, yes, sir. Ghana Police Service. Yeah. What is all my recruitment for Fana?
Police dada na.
And yet the 8 years police yeah. In fact, you know. MPP administration are appointed as a deputy IGP. Near TV da okromo.
Yeah, near TV da.
And the one IGP. And you
no corona.
And the same police service now police council no headed by Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia in the last 8 years. Almost the police management board no directions. When I said you may koyi, I know much police no come. I know what Jaho no dear my. Now by only 8 months here was say you are being intimidated. It meant just here. I know what's I board to make demonstration. Send your own through. And to grad here. Why like the demonstration? Yeah, Yakura woman say Andra demonstration as Andra Chino. Now posted for more than 200 mobile. Police for now was on one side a job baba ya tata call Jubilee police headquarters. No do police headquarters just the way a manner they were speaking now I don't blame them. Escafo mantem o ma be wi o ma ni sika ana mo from honorable kwasuafo we no mo from honorable obi a one more brother winning me time o free school oba ya o be rua politics wonya the whole time now friend honorable. What is honorable about such people? Who dey mon kan kire me ma na say mo use time se keke obi a free school about o more bra by virtue so support to Tescom anayi ana onya godfather bi o politics no and your buy didn't go be adwuma bi ano and sika menumie no to a ye tua wo no adi ne sa bom and odi aye ne ho yi joko a no ayi 10 cedi amount 20 cedi amount was wo ya ade. Are you okay? People, something must be wrong somewhere. To my bold akọ demonstration say ade ya chi Abronye Ghana politics o say jaye Abronye. Now Abronye is a yardstick in Ghana's politics. Taben dan Abronye cast in between any sakraba man. Obi a wotena also wakoti the BBB station. Me bokra na my dignify no. Na ya na go fu wa no send bi abram se mo hwede we fa software. Me I don't agree with a lot of the things that are software in their various places because and then morality ye nyini na ye kan kwaje ho nsem but see aye sika and your politicians all that they see is who is going to win the asofo who is going to win the next elections you go be free buy ye we dey come share be nyina we dey be win primaries we dey and no nyam kwaje tibe have my difficulty but sabi would to for be papa go si on se na boa kwase ampani to say Bishop Duncan Williams. Now, what did attempt from head to toe? Yes, Constitution does not see anything wrong with it. And do but why you go after the IGP as a whole threaten the threat? A crime,
a criminal offense.
To say a chihuahua. Now, your young govwa, or no, anyway, so more opposition we need to be ready. Thomas, sorry, they want a place of which you have converge. Now, or more attitude more. To Abronye and Yako demonstration. Either than that, Abra Moche Hanan. Choma go demonstration.
Debbie.
Yache Apalu, go demonstration.
Debbie.
won't you know I'm got enough from Tom amongst some grum selective.
Yeah. You be a mumba.
Say all about me aside that you chua on beba.
Yeah.
Winning inside there, you chua on your day. No money was him. Said that you move the campaign, actually, as a mobile be to Catassi. Now you chua more Catassi, the pro and the cankai, a bomb one more demonstration. A very Ghana for them. Afamo serious. Yes, kind of warm, and I agree with the Yoko Street in this one. I dear back one for the board of Mama and administration. So, what any say, Omuntu prosecute to a confor. Mobile Munya investigation be a MPP for the woman be a mono, and who say, your minus one information. How can the Attorney General convince me city yes, a 1 hour catcher as a 548 national service? Echo every day be a who say be back home. Tibiso de gadinka o court eba na wo amende rate no wo de eba no
na wo amende
but no mo court enso no me no ka say give to worry wakwaji position kwa ojefi
yeah
ana me boa Mustafa Yusuf or dash left right center or no crowd here beyond the national service no okay all African games sika pudi a branch no so Ghana
no adokono ne emu
enti yeah on what basis na nkofo gunsa wom
bone
esan say oni kamafo wonye politician to no de offer 1,000 cities offer bank ni yi no yakochina to what you wiye no e wo chance on you enjoy what sort of animal farm are we country are we building 4 legs bad 2 legs good ni I know why I don't blame them esan say start omo aban no e so wo mo so ana omo ehunu aban we omo kasa bi e bo omo so kasa tantan fun sa ma emre ye ninka so power is transient yen so eba I don't quite was omo cheche omo no dia wo kasa no ko hwe nkratem na ho bon a me nka so obi nye boni akoche no ba wo mu di oba ye boni etara omo da omo ko demonstration me ha konfo pa esa ka se yensuro ye hunahuna na me hwe di na me say the crow is say the leadership one let the state be weak and all of us will be weak
yeah
police no no mu hunahuna omo esa say omo pese omo ye ne sa na omo di twa afi na next year book ever no ma start na mo say ya konfo ade na mo anche because that time no aban no pressure obeba aban no so that time na ne ba be mo nsemu ye bu policies said the nyuma ba kwan ye we ni a ti ye ne be tani hit no so no mo so abe ke ho ne tani hit mo so ure fi
Prosecution.
Sata ukasa ukochi obi kasa ho kire wo ntina aye de ukochi no whoever is advising this attorney general the all jemu bia no he is doing himself this country and his very own party the greatest disservice omo esan say buffer stock pa uhwe pudu a kofo ya beka kire say na bu tamale ya obi abecho hana ne dan young man no more brother ko he tamale wo de mo ya mo fam camera no ko wo si abronsa no kwa na BMW series no de mamienu kokko eye open secret in tamale o jaje
yeah
Mustafa Hamid oba MBA afena kala na toso mo se 280 million and Matisa branch bi kra the chief justice yeyi ni free su mami say yem prosecute yes say the bem nya 337,000 into omo di million some choide what to me asay ya sase na won what to me aye bold and na mo se poyando wono no ya chi wuntu what kromu na wo ka de ope ana ehunu ana ata esu na galamse ti ya chi wuntu and I know could you sure I feel say was so you see some go full engine also after one more diboneno. So I say Muja one more galam say yes ever say ye operation your friends a vanguard expedition kabebra ye hu no and the omo ne nam konyaku waterworks but would you say a sense as so a ehun susu aso ne dana na ehunu nsuo no the effect of your actions in the last 8 years no and the cause wa manifesting. As we jano, she Professor from Pop watch a report. Edi ben wa mo. Ye bokwa kuba ko ye bo ye friend is photo ye bo Charles Bisu ye bo ni tekotego ana me boy was so we dem say mo court that young man wo kra no de me ma wo side o just here Yeah, bo obia look Professor Febo but be two time on pay. So no what ben mun wotumi ahwe ne man panin and mind you no one transfer or report no or to one chief of staff Febo pare instruction no say one for the report mra and try the report beautiful say na omo mpe no kro no prof the official or kan no kre catch say John we know the greatest danger to our forest oka wenyina ode kwa na kufuado ade kufuado ye Alistair Matias so one ne connection ade good every month we are no ship 40 to 60 million dollars worth gold to no connection man a worship gold obere no akoche wo mo ye connection gold no he kufuado the gold mining company we eje galamsey sia na no would we no de to the extent say wo mo to be the forest e okromo ania in 2018 e ma se nkotuma gudie omo ji sa forest ne ma ye no na sa time ye ni LI 2462 because LI 2462 no about 2022 omo so dia mo nko for se no ana omo de LI ne ba se ne be legalize sa nyamra se ni pobone se be wo ya ye nyini nyina ye bo nsuo kura tra na ye me research bibi se ye just to wo offend ni nsuo no modi ye ekufuado papa pani a ke ye hwewo a ye nya ye nkura nse no wodi kwaye no ama se ye nse no na ye yare a wo so ye mfa nkoshe wan wosi en fa question against cabinet member e sankofo nyina ya wo se e wo sank ye chichi wo mu nyina gum ana mo ba mo za mo chichi tie san je demonstration kwa nyefa hu en she police service because omo elements of police service omo ma omo information say munye say e na be dem e be boa now essence omo ni nipa ne tidie na no mbe ye omo call circle omo ko catch trotro drivers mate for no e de kaya for say bet for you catch them say mono a shina motion in Tampino. You per se a bomb legalize and I'm the other boys no.
Yeah.
No moko gin tampe bottle bear 30. No more the my boys. One was a boy open low minashi. Well, most sister and a girl so also dear. I can't for a catch of the paper be a matna. Timunia cheko meeting. And I'm going for you. And you add a pay MPP Kalis Maum and a Mudiachin or Moshi. Either than that, a dear pa, MPP has more than 200,000 core supporters.
Yeah.
My register say, omu delegates. A modo do say the actual Mujaji police who know. Do say, Ghana for the club for a man or Tesson. They have no business. But you see, a party and now your mama be catches Omuniska. So to come on the catches Omuniska. And you know, as far as the Kwako presidential, it will be 4.6 million. Then Omuniska organizes a demonstration. Party need here, but individuals about them. When you say tam. Yeah, to me, call me for DVL. Acquire what free should not back or tam sika bottle, pounds, dollars. Near your penny will come. No part of the move for the scabs and go crafting in a faboneso. On this former DVL boss, you know, or Marcos West, County, Boba. Almost not yet, you crosses Calani banking sector. And some pass here. Politics, at the Biso, I underground basis. Anna, a show. Tibikra ma ye dia yadna ade na currency there has to be currency data e be flow manka e bia so wo de omoyi currency na free ona mo de akosho mo pass no mo nko aye de ana yanya o mo hwe na te se de obi aka no ade ba ko ade NDC ba ban mo no e ketase deploy de galamsey eno anso na de o mebetu o ze akufo ado ba ban mo no wo de galamsey e de buy all right there behind the media coalition they fighting galamsey in 2016 and okodi eche so ba obeko eno na gidigidi e ma Ghana for okodi eche dem e ma ne buy 2017 oba no share adanko da do obe set up sa the committee say wa ban the presidency here there to so send ni na ya za enti di omo ye ne de e ya ban yi na ama na ho kwan ana one more expect to say obi prosecute I say ekufo adoko bantema no say goye kra because oye we say bana say ke investigate no even on the matter of the National Cathedral say what to be started say what share David Aja Abraham there was no first official contract between Ghana by any David J. No munko National Procurement Authority. Enko J. Your friends are approval. Na papa start twereka to ono o ya wese by now kaya hall but osori na mo jije so say function bi okwa na chenchen na say the one that's your president ewurade be dadwe no okwa so obe o mampani okrubada etu meshima kuma pass if this is our president behavior then o might not say that autopilot na dia pa no wo de kadie ehu pa autopilot ne hu se sorry ya ne manage because what is ye ne manage
yeah.
Anya ni na eba ne je ho wo sori a wo mbeka nkuransem bia enu aso onya ade ba ko afelo Ghanaians wo ache na no no aka brofo no okon baby enti aban yi tisui ye besrem it is not in our interest ye betwen say 8 years and after 4 years beba na me party abe you free so say be ku sango fo
yeah
I was say muteki you know head national service a scholarship secretariat kaboni esi wo Mosi about the NLA.
Yeah, kwedele.
Yeah, ko.
Aye.
Hey. Mo from couple. Yeah, no mo so mo smart. Oba be catch re yamba da chi say ye ni
abombra. All right. Okay, messages no bebre pa na monya abotre emame mensa so say anyane hands are tied. The Attorney General who benefits from pickup can't do foco. Mahama is really disappointing Ghanaians. Please, he should rather reshuffle him as soon as possible. Elton have I say guys, please, with all due respect, Mr. Wa eno dia me twaso enye Phil Kesel also now per the plea bargaining law that is being entreated. We can all loot from the state coffers, and then when we are caught, we pay part and walk free. I say Ghana is a joke. Or no, so the message is not also Kwesi Black or say solo akwaba na or say wajo solo wajo so agbesi or say NPP can never campaign on corruption again. Okay, and Kwesi Black said the two wise men are in. Yeah, Shemo style beam. All right, Ivan. Yeah. Enale. Nyame ayado ma enale yeseti ye ne de mrama wo mo amra no e guide adwuma wo se wo mo eye na wo mo art na wo de ye adwuma no yesi maybe session 2 no oka session 2 anu asa ka subsection 3 aha emra no de ka wo ho ene say omo sika bi say sika no wo so omo hwe no omo de kwaboa omo ye omo mental problem tie bia psychiatric hospital ni ade and that the aged ntie bia sika nko metimi dia ma lip ana e bia metimi aboaboa nkokora ne mrewa no and na if orphanage homes ni nyina they were specific and omo boss na say sika no omo che ye na say chief of staff office ono onya 350,000 and they say Attorney General so organize a press conference and seminars 570,000 5.7 billion and Gabi Ochida kunya mu 250 asamoja nya bi kwa nyi do ho nya bi D Black nya bi wan po bi Richard Ahiagba ono so enya bi omo nya bi do so and a presidential diary eno so ye de bi ko print ye diabalo no.
Yeah, I think that you see it's quite uncomfortable say on daily basis you ba better ha na ye can chrono amount for boy. I'm sure some more mutie yen kra no they are tired, they are sick and tired because at this point you know the more party the action our government as spring emotion to arrest these criminals omu yusu nyansa kwan and am catch nipa no mo chrono no say ko mu nim nyansa kra de anka nya problem obi a woni nyansa na o say we are na ya and that is the problem. You see now no ye di nkroma day ye nyina ye celebrate ye kan nkroma sem but now no na me kan ba bi say open the most consequential president in the history of this country Kwame Nkrumah open president and the team ye den you know Rollins and come anywhere close and now person what tia say akofa Kwame Nkrumah books na kan wo the choice of words the tone na said na ositiye he is the only president to ultimately had a political opponent and him children go to prison jebi dan kwanye prison no wuye at the prison no cholete bra na pa Kwame Nkrumah cha wamfi no o mane damu wuye because at the time you know the political environment was so hostile say he is the only president I yesuma bomb corner so almost bare 4 times So the people he was dealing with, proves they had criminal tendencies. You cannot be a sheep and walk through a wolf pack and survive. For you to survive, you need to also behave like a wolf.
Yeah.
Nipa na wacho mo are behaving say so you cannot be president and leader and be working so media me pass sa mels there no be no pass say nipa no so you criminal, tell him say you are a double criminal, also a dangerous actually say una wo to also no we are double dangerous. And that is how you need to behave in this environment here. You only be moderate, considerate, very way when you are dealing with intelligent group of people or more very reasonable. We can reason. But when some people are jump over Ghanaians and they think that Omodo can use any nefarious tactics just to get their way. You need to tell them that you can employ them, and that is exactly the playbook Kwame Nkrumah used at the time. That is why he was able to jail his political opponent without recourse to law anything, because he realized the course of action also developing. These people will derail. So he had to imprison them because the bomb was Blackstar House. The Kwame Nkrumah group na the bomb alcohol na to na bomb training Kwame Nkrumah survived on 3 occasions. And the time demanded the president at the time has to be also hostile and very aggressive. And that is a leadership. That is what make us a leadership. The leadership is an act. You look at the prevailing circumstances, you adjust, and you also position yourself system na flow just to maintain a certain equilibrium. And that is what we need to behave. We've got into an era. There has been cases of corruption, stealing, financial malfeasances, misapplication of fund, raw stealing. Because this NLA, one area generates a lot of money. But that money per the actor say Sasika some no buy. You making sure say specific individuals say obi oyo hiani obi ade obedi onya kaya yenia wa krake to akrase na chi a osobotonam kumase or the twa kwan be 1 kilometer na yaman 5 cedi. These are the vulnerable people at this money should be targeting. Na yemfa mo say dan bi kura na say anything trade bi kura na be kiro mo yemfa nkire omo kwabranet na ho na nipa na odi sansemuro we ni no at the parliament na o MP. Yes, Kroma Oti media form your monam for because he was sorting everybody. Young man, I will be say on your when you free. He was just paying media people to be on them honorable across the political divide. Will be so because the money na onyano science munu we no mudidi. Agencies in Nasefwa already money anywhere close to the mandate as stipulated in law. They were the very people who was doling our money to, and this money who he was not even auditing them to know. So sikana media omo ye de so omo de ye asamojan odi sika kwa command so onya dan because this is a guy who has been doing charity and I will not be surprised say sika we kura bia anu asamojan
so na no pena me bi you kura dem do the whole
because asamojan 50,000 Ghana cedi here dan. This is a gentleman on what to the bottom sika kosi stadium e wo ye fan say ama Accra Academy on 50,000 over come grand enya no kura. So imagine them obi a ya bodin bia no braba you are no it could happen say sika no kwa nko ho. And some other individuals are connected to power. These are individuals are within the stipulation of the law. They are not supposed to even get 1 cedi, but they were giving this money to them. Be black or not, born in Sika or the Sasika way. So the question is, what is the motivation? Was it some kind of an influencing people to come to a? It's mind-boggling. You can never use any proper words to explain what has happened. The whole thing is an act of financial misapplication, and I'm telling you, this is a man for jail for willfully causing financial loss to the state. These people have foolishly caused financial loss to the state, and they must be prosecuted. And that is the only explanation. So, Nina Koba, if we read the Attorney General, I think that the Attorney General department is too limited. Because 2 people cannot be dealing, even though he has workers in Nasifo. I think that we need to decentralize the Attorney General office. Every region should have a bigger officer, staffed with people or more enough insight into law, at every region, you know, I think that the prosecution must start and should be spontaneous. The investigation must be going on at the same time at the regional level.
Yeah.
So the Ghana for we see the seriousness, because these crimes, you know, I say no anger no any MPP should be able.
David.
And any corruption be able uncover in the MPP government, you know. Abufono is not going to the MPP government. The question is, what are you doing? And for state as a private entity is doing his job by unearthing some of these things. It is up to you as an AG to also act. Because some of these things, you know, and your for state can answer the back.
Yeah.
Because the state machinery, you have the resources.
Exactly
the state should be the one leading this particular thing. And the for state and farmer. But over the years, you know, we have been reactionary. This will private person could transfer any investigation. But and some state now, we are seeking in action and some about acting. Abasa, you are advertising incompetence, and I said the willingness is not on your part. The state should be the lead crusader, leading charge on netting some of these criminal dealings. I also because crime there, you don't cover it and say oh yeah investigation. No, a public interest case. Whatever happens, inform the people, let them know say this person on this day did this, and near man a contravene establish rules of engagement. You have to be a metanaka say in governance wahun. And as in a state, there are certain things you cannot do, and there are two. You cannot show weakness, you cannot show mercy. We a state now the Sandema way nama that state is done. Because people will hide behind your mercy card and the fact say, oh, you pity and forgive us, you know, and they will be doing nasty stuff because human beings in our core way we are very dangerous. Whenever you are in your room alone, the things you do will tell you who you are, not what you get out to do. So we are all dangerous. And always, you know, there must be and man say, the consequences that await you anyway. Now, man for the man sababo man sikam, oko other jurisdiction like oko Asia side where adio biam pesobaya on a life, Mr. Ordinance sababo man sikam. Because ebegu animase, agu family animase, and your entire generation, you know, you will never come anywhere close to power. But these dangerous criminals are still hovering, telling people say, and power never sana ye sign bar. They don't care about the atrocity that they have committed. And the fact that they should go to jail. He says, power is transcendent. When you have committed these crimes and you should go to jail, because they know say system no are important. Yeah, kasama media for kasa no kre bubu nkwa ya brebe kakra wo hu TV sukura biem because it's better so kwa tera ba bia dwene ho. Because the system prove it so important that these people will sit somewhere and laugh at you say hey oh yeah and then with the TV sukura kasa obi adwene say come na do ntina wo kasa. That is a sick mentality people have about this whole politics. So I think the state must be very radical, must be very serious in pursuing these criminals. Because we are sick and tired of hearing some of these cases on daily basis. You understand? We need to take the fight to them and tell them, state is not willing to compromise. State ain't ready to let some of these things go. Any slightest will be because we are act of will be investigated. Now, scholarship secretariat abayiwa ya kana semi odaso nenam onu ankasa engage in the same act of financial misappropriation ewo the fancy enkwaya na omo ohwe omo national service and the crimes no for back for crimes a obetimi aboabo no akuaku boni a omo nko adi okroma no na politics no yakwaje power we ne de beye yakwaje power say de be sum nipa da bia meka se kwa me nkroma amanfo boni de duru ni day amanfo twen celebrate no ne dan do say ne osi wo is Legon. I don't know saying ne makura no menya sure say your friend saying we sika to adan ma omo but ne abẹ for politicians it is about money. Obi jina ba beka say o amedwene mo ho oboa obi ono ankasa ne family ne cronies home because obi anya to me they just want to satisfy people around them. They don't care about who has wit, who has intelligence, who has what, who will think. No. Ghana politics, that particular space then can it is about me, my friends and I. And I always keep telling people, so you must be a fool to think your friends say power no you the nam for phone kwan because we are to me every single brain under the country is under your disposal to use. And don't limit to those who will be singing hallelujah choruses. Oh yes, Amasa. Oh yes, boss. And that's for no man. Our minor will never grow, and it's the reason why we are here. And the Kufado Mamu boy eye amamofo no nyina ye nipa no mo twa no hu no nyina hye abusuafo na namfofo ho na ehwe oni maka no kra kire wo nobody so wo ye naked kwa de hotel so na ho ye fe wa ho fe we kra de bin sida na wo so no waje adi na fe wo de na wo di nsem hunu because enka na niba an ho so e bia enka na ma hunu we cause get me stop here so the state cannot show weakness, cannot show say mean to me baby at any point in time people do some of these things and now Omar get away with. So yeah, we will thank your friend saying for state for their investigation. The next step must come from the Attorney General. And I think say President Betia, the Attorney General office must be expanded. Let me make sure at the regional offices, we have offices there with staff. Documents people can look at it at the same time or the various regions. So the prosecution starts here, it will stop everywhere. Because after 2 years, Nasa criminals will be a jailer. This government will get dirty. And just mark my words, it will get dirty.
Avasolo?
The woman is saying, my man shall free as so man penny mama wa point to be or any sumabwa.
Yeah.
And then as information we free no hamba. Obeso we ayana. One more what see.
That's a good question.
Or mono a dear pan or mokoye and send men or make because for you not to expose it means say
yeah, uberia.
Because me a mini your friend say listen to her.
Aye.
I bet you buy your petition.
And I listen what you were kind of some
yes, you can't have the whole yeah, maybe I case how your communication director no defend it. I did miss craft for me.
Yeah. That was too bad.
And then there was private man just can go to bottom. Abra at 722 na the buy made the object ankasa and so ade hu say baba be sikamo man no na dia your money and obi ne section 23 na working and say yento akrade loto ebi na sika be firi maba no yemfa nko henyanka wo mo amadwene mu ka wo mo ani bi ehiafo
nkokora
edi abugbo ehwa na ehia ni o
obi anya ehia ni
gabi asara o chira ko ni ku ne friend say Africa Prosperity Network. Prosperity almost radie. Nyame betua mo ka maako omunyuma ho. Wano na timi ohwe ye nim ka kire ye nse. Sesi a waboro Ghana politics on go wanya ne ho. Wakote Africa Prosperity Network. Say omo de omo wo de ho na akwakoji 250,000 Ghana. Enim guasie. As a moja out because on to go sit down $3 million. And
50,000. Somewhere there.
Very, very important. Show me the mom. The company is not my list of 100. They come just to become one. I call you fake company.
Yeah.
I need the buttons amount is here. Say no, you
50,000.
I got you. 50,000. Fuel.
Oh,
such as. This is because Penina no dia nim no oru akufado no ba no biem
free for
monkofa to obiem sa no ana ode sa
my beautiful Rebecca so ka ho ono dia ne ye me yapa o
na bi wo mu obebre da wakoje se Rebecca Foundation oba boho ba akukro no otu to na mo de topons Rebecca Foundation idea pa no mo di sikai aye yentia na was ye kam sika no mom ya titi
yes
shedi edi musika ye enje kufuado was right ya tisika so
ekwamode ye
ekwamna de ye dia ye ni bi kamafo abrantie yi ko ho okọ lotteries wa pe Assemblies of God yo godi lotto so mo fere kapo na am si asembisi wonya no ho tam asembisi omo yi no mo yi lottery ho sika ta ho no ye ka kire wa e be fountain ono ankasa no eso abi ko o se le mpeso sata no nya mbio
ya be
okwa no de akosi police station jese ni banya aduane ni ye nya aduane ni nya kro no ye bebo amia ko police station do ye ngie e no de ko ye astroturf ano ma we so a absu 97 okwa this ogas continue so agu ho omo chiche 5 owie no de akotena parliament demonstration ye se do ka ho
No count.
And also grant interview.
Yeah.
Or see you no. What Chesicano, what say Ghana Sika, I say that the nerve at what dear more day, Eddie Gina acquires to say or your demonstration. Makase abayimo agencies near your mom with that no moon to be starting pinpoint to Momo US Kenya, Omnia, Esan say, Corno, look, my chair, they have a catcher apartments, spring up and yellow bandits for some form and India for they have a shower, Mamma warning, some Kumo Skenny, Mamma Maha, and make creating presses and Muska, Munia Mubakuma Municapre, Nagana, Sabiana politicians are general formunti, Yamamoniam. Chinese lady or Tony Mogo, and can't just over a Capri. Ghana and Abuana men or Tonton tracks near Ghana, ni Ben Yabuana, sir.
Oh, then Quebeguno.
Quebeguno. Sa in the Pabonif, we know much Chiscanafa. Oh, said there must be chase, because you come here for 1 year, you know. Here you be anyone do more among some more a crate and share. And we. Ye bekana attorney general ye bekana na etra kasa ne edwin jaika because da ye ne be jaika sa obi o tifi obi twa collapse na ni da so asa
and they no cry
I don't tell ma ye ntumi nya ye toro bia o widiam ya pa but e wo so okọ because wasem a obekam na ma obi nkranse kwa say I can live and yes bebre na ewu o makomo they have given up on this country. Yeah. Sike womu a e se ye ehwe ye nyina ye so ye de boy nyina ho ban no enipa bi a ye ne ne from say politician ye so kra ye duebu oni veranda oso benya adin kofo ya ye se de bia ye de ani koto omusu abrabo be pa no mabonti a ya odi we de tonso chief of staff ma me ma de nka ye bihye ho Rebecca Agi na chief of staff for soji la kara de nka honye yi kura na sa Godfrey Dami wono so ade bia be kwa be kra no give 570. Move on to move as far as my year, who figure out
5.7 billion.
5.7.
Whoa, Attorney General, I will show him who didn't court now. Who did 5.7 for conference and seminars? Radia. Go for them. Aye. I want to know your connection. You will be a negotiator. Say, you have got to be doing. Sike die basa
akoye petition say
no but I say jail no I don't say ko say and sa judiciary ho no de chief justice fufuro yo kwa won clean mo answer over 1 year no say no be 1 year pe what dey for clean yes so you clean up exercise na ko fi wa ko di 5 me da se pa producer extraordinaire 570 topable Ghana money and the microphone piano no wo seminar be na ye attorney general seminar be no ye.
That's why budget allocation po.
Ntia pudio sika ye de ma no. Sika ye de ma no.
Ya wa budget.
Na wasan so hwanya me ni sika o se de ma ahiafo nyanka. Wo mo adwene mu ka mo ne yi wakoje. Esan se ye nye obi a na otie eyi ho no mo frɛ ne kapo a wo mo no ma. Oba hopa o de monka national lottery so e de pa na obeye ya e di bujo bre Ghana yi. Ye ka no kro ma. Ya so son konfo so keke. So one of society mudaka no super president also super president hey you wouldn't one no upon group and there is you na ko but we are by force so say emwago no dey na video Owusu Bempah to one na nui o ti bin kan to me say you na di omu Owusu Bempah di dey party na be go before January Sadia na boy say mudi money be see Kennedy ni go follow am so dia master up no Owusu Bempah onya mo ojo onya better sa o when dia Owusu Bempah when dia me na am si to bo ase omo ya guru before January I'm telling you because and somebody Owusu Bempah ka Abronye nka se dia say sa
yeah
adena mo dia mo mfra Abronye no say onko disciplinary committee. And I said the National Council. Now, as some Owusu Bempah kai, ada yeso wo political party na say wa dwena bodama na. Say obi kwotena baby nipa ba ko mienu kani ba say National Executive Committee wuntumu nya wo bugamu nya wo na makọ cancel hunu makọ take decision fo a na metewa na me ba implement. Abronye ne ka National Executive Committee ho. na bosi Owusu Bempah wo kasa tia say galamsi asema bo kan there is something called Professor Fimbo Boate reporter e kire say yeni na ne yeye e be de de sakwa kogyina kwanya ko water works akwa kogyina nso wo kasa ahono enti munya sa na mo hwe se mo be kire mo party yie se ne be ya Ghana fo be hu se munya ne ho a wo se wo de ko na disciplinary committee anyway se be bi animu adiego enti for test again the any be na memfa emma NLA any petition be e call say moro by next week na say one respond to that petition na ye nemo bet one you fi be one cry about say so or PMP or be so ko to suhini nti who dey member ho
oh sir
oh yeah matter so be suhini me ma advance notice ya so be so ko to suhini what
salam
what one information bi ama ana wo di post ti forte se tanfa ba ye te ho Cheda Rebecca wagi pudio ye nkan kaka ni kura asemu a na no wo se ye kaka your friend is a minister for lands and ni ono ni bu afu oba hima se di bu afu abra wo oba hima you could call the arrest of Bobiansa. I don't know audio Isabella na me be ti Bobiansa studio
na yakofa na
Bobiansa ni o man sika hwa se de hihye moto ye shia omo a ya bre ya ho ase ya go your excellency her excellency putu munya mo mewia mo.
All right, my ever Chief Justice here no.
Now made yes sir. 2 minutes there we better what the Chief Justice says.
5 minutes.
Ah okay, what you so?
Me too so 5 minutes.
I see.
I innocent uncle.
Chief Justice.
Aye.
New one.
New one.
Old wine.
Justice powerful.
Old one sir and private legal practitioner bin so at the court.
Aye, Matisa.
What petition you? Sika for me krono ntino. Yeah, you prosecute no. And I think however, whichever way you see it, it is within the person's right. So be say no, be a fighter for the right. So on the cover by and to be also fighter for the right. So I think that officer malfeasance are also not constitutional committee to legitimize it, a place value on it. Say indeed, sign them an occasion here, and I bear grounds for her removal. You see, very often I am mistake among for any say crime, you know, you check gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a fast kind of mutuality. Now, solo fast kind of 20 per 70. Yeah, you can be the same thing.
The same.
The gravity doesn't change anything. Because if the minimum sentence, a capital sentence, you be queen in once, you ain't cool two, make me two. What I say? So the Nipanu we are no, we are one city crown, a we see crime, no, you check the moral integrity, not the amount you took. The moral integrity and a crime now are committing no. Impugning the state and the so it is never about how much but how you did it and why you did it. That is the baseline. So the amount the threshold was weak. Constitution if I don't mature threshold and our constitutional framework no winning answer. They could have written a threshold say crime and they say through this level, but that crime has no threshold. You understand? So they should give us excuse. No, we say different motive from the don't answer. And to intimate TV so make camera mo bom wa ankasa kwa confuse do na kwa mara na mo comment ase confuse who ad no the day no na ye fancy akeka nsem na bom and it is within obi right at no the day so the court na hwehwem na say onibem crime no threshold ni low and yon kofi a ye nyina obi ani ho kwan na obi abaye and the new ye fancy age na abana maka say
Chief Justice
yes our short period to stay. Because I think he's close to the retirement age. Yes. So I think on the job should be a house cleaning exercise. Yeah, because my culture say open institution back losing the credibility the judiciary. In the eyes of Ghanaians, and that institution has become so dirty to the extent that Ghana and person better anything about the judiciary. So I have the responsibility to set the ground rules and now always set the judiciary. There are a lot of things that has to be done. One, Makasa visiting a rural court no oko enkrasi a magistrate court no niam a ekoso ho no time because I'm so be any court there be Supreme Court, High Court ntino people are there din semhunu je nkokoje sikane na sefo e de bu attention especially this chieftaincy issues e wonkrase nsase amanfo de je na nya de ketwa. We need to go there because justice must belong to the people at the grassroots. Accra had not said I was saying. and the whole is omo na niko na appointment na se for no mugu so omo ye sha se clean ho ansa na yem famra top na yem medru a point the judiciary, the executive can do whatever. The legislature can be there, but the executive, no, the judiciary, no, the fidelity should be unwavering, should be absolute, and should be unbiased, very independent, neutral, and must espouse confidence, integrity at the highest level. Enti ya bo na se assembly ye kokota then afana for bia wa rehemu say this is a competent court of judicature ye kwa minim say assembly be dia diniye na enye say obi akwaje aponche ana obi political party nie ana chief justice behwe ba bi assembly corner e favor aban na wa shada asset date ade na ye say ye stop na omu ye wi ansa na debate aba. You don't do that anywhere. Aya we see Ghana yesunya mra na kodu ba bia na ye nim nyansa biem. Yeah, the whole essence of law is to hold society together, to fasten our integration, our cohesion. Yeah, see, I'm from a jet in your TV, so. Bakroma, yes, radio lawyers. Kroma, over this will be a law school. TV is in the quarter, Jim Quassia, no, where the crowd, now lawyers will be a Kusia, so let's say we had that, we say so.
Yes, we
are even betraying what we learned. Yeah. So the people are embarrassing themselves on TV. The whole essence of law is to fasten society, hold our integration, make sure that society does not break. Your social fabric will be weaved together. And somebody to me as a survivor because you take solace from the fact that in the olden days, you are not a comedy will be no bold over Kurasia or you don't know more chow it is a sound will be another because not a civilization in Nuho. Yanko Ponte so you know, he never intervened. Oh, yes. When people were being killed, God doesn't intervene in human affairs like that. Now, Adolfetra San and Korala and Rodo Mukosa chamber no couldn't he have intervened? He didn't. You understand? So it means or the penny be my yes, Yadia Jenny and Yansa, them running share to her. Nipaya, there you punish the person that you're right, Roban Abaso, young farm running share, and depending Nipamujidi, not institutions, not for Shasi Duma. Na saa niemo na bema nipa obia atiase say must submit my right to the state because you see we are very dangerous individuals so na no na make can obi say oh I made me nim nipa ku ni na say for me say we serious we are say obia a potential killer ya wo fie sesi na obia bawura wo dem na wani tua watwa wo bati watwa wo eti ogira wugire na chi o de se ka be wo kunu a na say ade da ade na abaye be bouti mama be ndi o ya training so we killer but so what me kuniba exactly that is how dangerous we are as human beings but a reason nema na we mu no we must always calm it and trust and confidence in state institution and the more be a crawl back say me ogidie o state ni say the state will do but e basa na ye ka say obi anya de opa yanka say for 1 week emra nya adwuma okroma e ba ya onwa so kwa na sofu gira bank ss sika from bank. Oh yeah. So the only thing I hold you back, morality. No, I don't know. I want a limit. Depending on the obey, and I make us up as who say morals. Whenever you are alone in your room, the things you do, that is the level of your morality. What I say. So I think say we and then negotiable. And your party politics, the chief justice cannot fail in this regard. There's and I can also sense that within the judicial bench there seem to be some some fractured relationship because they took on the teacher say even those on the bench they don't even gel that much. What I say. He has to make sure say obey pruning the judiciary from within and sana Ghana for who say at this point and unanimous 11 BM and that way BM because every single poll be at the cost of social media go and look at the comment among for trouble about the judiciary extract the state and we cannot lose that institution and we a lawyer you should be worried and the Ghana Bar Association in integrity BM and that man who say honorable Dafiama Kwatam the court say that monopoly no more enjoying should be broken. Now you're making sure that other lawyers association will also be recognized. Exactly, because this is a private entity, and over the years, nanko bia and kasa eba but the obvious political biases an institution that is supposed to be the moral compass regulating the legal fraternity in this country, you know, your friend is some kind of a terror arm of a particular government. You used to hide it behind laws and your friend saying on witty constitutional provision, your friend saying construction and phrases. Now you can somewhere lawyers. I know that you know say this person is biased. Someone can answer be him, but or hide it behind Ghana Bar Association. And lawyers no say we cannot trust this entity anymore. And we want to break away and form our own association. They do baby say you consulting Ghana Bar Association. It should not be that Ghana Bar Association, but all lawyers must be included. And that is what this particular suit is about. So we see the legal fraternity in the judiciary there in recent times there. Akufo-Addo ejadam because of the tip and some no. Because when he started staffing them with people who are loyal to the NPP, I also saw some for in December. You know, sir, we were heading towards danger. But people thought that we were doing politics. People didn't take it serious. Here we are today. People within the institution who say, so I think sir, the Chief Justice will have to spend his time on making sure say all the difference on iron out. Now making sure say the integrity will once again return to the institution. Sabia Ghana for being hope and trust Ivan
Dewi and say case now that firm for the court. A bayer me one was say court no be say omo enima that firm.
Okay.
It's say mayor or not Ghana National Association of Teachers.
Yeah.
Anna Omudi say almost a trouble political too. Depending on who was paying high, no why you bidding. And in Tiama, it could be free from Nagrat.
Yeah. Yes.
National Association of Graduate Teachers.
Yeah.
We almost buy a chain, nobody be your connection. Anna
CCT so bad.
Concern for you concern the baby of a bow. Article 21 that is the freedom of association. I'll be very surprised. Ghana Bar Association.
Yeah, association.
Open out them.
Yeah.
Tom so almost yeah. Essence moon no cremam. Could have got done I said Nasara and I said Tescon of the MPP. Assembly a car. Removal of this Chief Justice. A bar for no myself comedy no crebe. You know, Secretary Becca, so when I'm a year, I will call about the court Chile in some see I'll buy also and yet constitutional. I know when you're para chicks be almost more commonwealth and say, Muyani Gruma. I'm saying, yeah, could almost go. Sa commonwealth lawyers in some Huna, we are almost saying. Ain't Sassam no a year, my more a Buff Bonnie, just as Bob Bonnie about to say, a man in was yet to me a bonny. Ubia, we are no quaffle. I will dig Ghana, a judiciary, a church. Let me tackle court pa. What you are Munyabo tell them all kind of judgment. We say, or a fair minded person. In fact, the problem with this NPP, you jump a fan, so because before they appointed in 2008. And they said in the election petition of 2012, the ruling no unsided with MPP. And one of them, what I go for, was so petty,
very vindictive.
You find it Trimuka. Obi all ye na Jumano. And try my idea on kind. Tino see a jumpy in Kumani a fan so. Because the M was away in your heart attack. Because oh yeah, Juma. Under judiciary, so there are 3 grounds in 2D justice free, either misbehavior, incompetence, or infirmity. Obianka saw misbehavior, Obianka saw incompetent, Obianka said, hold on, no. In the what basis, only a jump the juniors ahead of him.
Yeah.
The fee say a unfortunate. Justice Bafu Bonnie, and Yashi, Fibako, which means a yen sacrabi
legacy.
Jabibi.
Yeah.
Magana who say Paul Amantem, quite these answer the poor. What they say the cap for. Onion Sama na judiciary in the air cool. Judge be say I make competition me, you know, I'm quite me who did that's all bench. Quorum vitae, what you have been able or better menka. And na a year. Look, Assembly or UK in 1812. No more Prime Minister be a friend of Spencer Percival. Spencer, now UK, among Fanco for zero. My papa be a friend of John Bellingham. Or no, no, any business with Russia and your chin too. the chain to more no UK government and Pankobuano and the Muano bar back. Or bar back, you know, I will see you about say, maybe a British national. Minya mania or Russian, or bien wa or Baba or obviously petition what trunk catadu was a Dibian or trunk one day. Anna, one of the secretaries in office of Kazo, your person will be ano. Yeah, bro. To no fan says also the person may be a mania dear, and as a between prime minister and the leader of the country, and a top pistol. And the Cotina, Westminster. And Spencer Percival, every muko dijuma, or quack or ye or answer questions, Oceana Pew. Or bonus one go a beer, and John Bellingham or Tenahom. Monchebe. Cheno catcher and say yes. And yet one time, but a year said one yen a jumasa obey safeguard the interest of or no as a citizen of Trianeto. Since then, na UK. Omoye say, yen fa nipa asemu niagro. Asem kitu obi you follow it, you better respond it. Bayan try say bibi besi o man ansana. Yeah, what is right? Several things have happened now. Yenyina so ye. Mabunu ne da chiri ye se no. Obu nyina he.
Untimi nkokoto ne boden.
Oh na 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 be na ne boden de ma mi je adia kwa akotwa ne mo ne re ni kuru ne ne. Se o moto no. Se sika pudu o mo se se de o mo pe na o mo ye. Na ye nya so fire ayi akufu no no so e support. Ono se me se me kwa competition me yi na free council of state. E san se wa kire ye se wontumi nye sha adwuma no. Ekrom ahon ye manko fu be respect but they don't deserve it. No one that's here developing. You wo mo na dey so the mindset is so corrupt, is so not right for nation development.
Primitive.
What you say? Moi, jama, nkwada openly they are telling say red in the tumenum and sad the tumenye. You no weed. Are you not ashamed? Almost one person best and your man go to our embassies. I don't pay me back. Everybody is running away.
Now US embassy kwada area ho ya. Company for jira akonya ko
no bicho no bomba. They
don't even respect say me akonya.
Now yeah, what respect who? Yeah, ye dwania ko mu krom ho.
Me duru ho na me bua fu.
Odi akọ hate kwa hate gofo kwa pe wako obi am person betena kuruma na you mpanifo we see this yes you claim say person develop nipa be na be develop man no the youthful population are living yenye di afemu die mo eduma tuatuam edwuma no mo nwene o man no interest of the state mo nye ho adwuma na o man no ntumi nko na nim.
Thank you very much.
Ewie abusia enti ensem no ena yakwa kuti abano eyemiya pa NPP abidru this extent eyemiya NPP ase abidru this point because emre bidru ye sambaka yakufa diso no nsem bi ba montin so ana eyeye wrakofo former president omuchire mu a ono kura ni sika e weso mu de man no as a former president no na enko akufa do penso kufo sika e weso mu de man no as a former president na enko it is any power our party nanim and president Kufo former president Kufuor's leadership wasn't bad. In fact, far better than the Akufo-Addo Bay. Former president Kufuor. The leadership wasn't bad. It was far better than the Akufo-Addo Bay. It is any power mu deny no the responsibility be. There was a time ana oba ebeka nsem bi kura o party nim as one of the party elders Akufo-Addo say me minti ukra fa ho me see MPP abedu this time we na no se mo somo bi a mo fa mo Akufo-Addo maka kyerɛ mo sɛ MPP for sɛ moyɛ saa deɛ oya somehow ɛbɛbɔ mo party na don't allow Kufuor don't allow Kufuor to come near MPP again. Mubetimi na kutiki mo decisions or mo neck, mo heads of council, whatever council, National Executive Council. Mubetimi na kudidi nkomo. But Oma Kufuor ji kasemu said na anu yehu na no gina hɔ a all parties and Muhammad Hukutoku for cranch. Meanwhile, no one in crop was in China hosted and say must read the Accra radio boa. It's a fallacy. The more this man come into the picture, the more Ghanaians get angry about MPP. Because it's say what best said Niama. And it is indeed why Eden was said Niama. Okufado Eden was said Niama. We destroy a lot of things in this country. Was said Niama be and no one party. And yimu entity moon papa moon or no and ujana wa a ne party no I say na yeda no ujana wa ne party no I said I did honor party MPP pa or mo command elites and then na duru ni sebi bon santa wa for sebi jonki for and omukujina esa in the name of demonstration. Shame on you, MPP. Shame on you. Ma fere mo hon na nebi. Ma fere mo hon. Salam Mustafa ma fere mo hon. Bomia ma fere mo hon. Ya kachire mo. Ene party no enya akono. No. Enka bepese me ka say me but me mega metia no. I don't want to say anything that will sense like I am insulting anyone. No, me nyesada. But obi eni nida ho, you to be a or again ni nida ho. I wonim say the wiase ko, wonim say the Ghana ko, I wonim say the amamu city any politics city no. Me nye sure so because of MPP card. Now I join MPP. Never. This is the hard truth. Ebia leadership we na free honoma the next leadership no. And I'm beating me ama aye enticing, appetizing, attractive, and ama youth no. Yes, sir. But this current regime, away, MPP party in Yakolo, and no youth, and any daho. Pa, BDH so good demonstration. But look at the useless demonstration these people they attended. Muko demonstration of demonstrators go and name the mokoye. Obiso on the number even no more friend, so mumbra mongo meeting. See, and in Guasi same way. Mukujina honum in the first history demonstration, Makujina no more sa MPP, my embre. I pity for you. MPP, my embre. Obebre papa and some baba you. Enti no ena ye titi no mo kan na asamo agyan di black no mumu amudimba NL National Lottery Authority o scandal na fourth estate manase zuri oyeye no ombra mbonten so mo makle mudin mo maye hu se mo sabi sikara nrechi mu obi ena ye den fa edi mudin koye sa alu terms no this are some of them do ho yaw. And I've told you, says, Moja and Ankasa Crano, and Comu ye, no. I mean, Kwa, it maybe so Kaya as Moja and call Tony Sour baby. And I'm going, hey, chairman, win your football now to so my bando and as a mama, some maybe 2 matches man and every bisa. With your tone, so mudu betum. Ule mongo, or mudu betum. Unima kubisa unia sebi Castro, I mean, funny crazy baby ubia. Amodo bedi ebetum and also no me makuma we mean to me for the food where politics a football akuma and as a mojan so no anything about MPP on can was in view I ne the dinner poppy up papa Brennan be you and what as a mojan Ghanaians have been respecting you since me omu me na na so mojo mubu ni din into respect Ghana for what the man top notch. You need not what I mean mess around it. You need not what I mean take it for granted. The man Ghana you are a legend and nipa boo. It come out and what clear your name. You become a symbol and be you didn't film. Say no chorus is 50,000 80,000 accounts. You need the black. You are well respected celebrity and what senior citizen members in this country. Eti munye de mu claim di na yehu. Enti sa mu jejiriji kire wadun comment section. Yankopon shi bibia. Bye bye.